the final goal. It wasn't the darkness that scared him, it was what waited inside it. In the spring of 2026, after officially announcing his retirement, Cristiano Ronaldo decided to disappear for a while. No press conferences, no interviews, no fans, no cameras. He just wanted silence, rest, maybe escape from something even he couldn't name. One evening, a strange handwritten letter arrived at his private villa in Madeira. It was sealed with an old emblem resembling a football, surrounded by an open eye. No sender, just one sentence written in perfect ink. Come to the island and score your final goal. Attached was a private jet ticket and a set of coordinates that didn't appear on any digital map. He thought it was a joke, maybe a prank from an old teammate. But the curiosity was stronger. When he arrived at the airport, the jet was waiting sleek, black and silent, no pilots in sight. Only a smooth mechanical voice greeted him. Welcome aboard, Mr. Ronaldo. They flew for hours over the Atlantic Ocean. The clouds grew thicker. The sun faded. Then, like a ghost rising from the sea, a small island appeared. It was covered in dense, twisted forest, and in the center stood a massive Gothic mansion, like something torn from a nightmare. There were no staff, no guides, just a black car and a silent driver who never turned to look at him. The gates to the mansion opened without a sound. Inside, everything was clean, elegant but cold. Too cold. The walls were covered in paintings, not of him, but of men who looked eerily similar, same jawline, same eyes, but their faces were emotionless and their eyes were hidden in shadow. He paused in front of one portrait. The man in it, ... smiled. Cristiano stepped back. That face wasn't smiling before. That night he couldn't sleep. He heard footsteps upstairs, but there was no one else. Mirrors reflected shapes behind him that disappeared when he turned. Shadows moved across the walls without light. He began to feel like something was watching him not through cameras, but through the walls themselves. The next morning, he found it. Pitch. Behind the mansion, hidden in the trees, was a football field. But it wasn't normal. The field was perfectly circular. Tall black stone walls enclosed it, with no visible entrance. When he touched the wall, a doorway silently slid open. Inside, in the dead center of the pitch, sat a single white football, just gently pulsing, like it was breathing. He stepped onto the grass. The moment he touched the ball, everything changed. The sky darkened, the air froze. Then, a long piercing whistle echoed through the air, like a scream torn from hell itself. Out of the shadows they came. 11 players dressed in black kits. Faceless, skin smooth and featureless, no eyes, no mouth, no humanity. The match began. Cristiano played alone. Every move felt like a war. Every dribble, every shot a gunny. When he scored a goal, one of them would collapse and vanish into black dust. But when they scored, he felt something tear inside him, like a memory being stolen or a part of his soul cracking. It happened again the next night, and the next. Each night, the same cursed match. His body began to decay slowly. His reflection grew thinner, darker. His skin paled, and the sun never rose again over the island. On the 7th night, something opened beneath the mansion. A door he hadn't noticed before. Inside was a single mirror. He looked into it, but it did not show his face. It showed his father, smiling sadly. And then, the reflection spoke. You were the best, Cristiano, but you never learned to defeat yourself. He dropped to his knees, but there was no sound anymore. Then suddenly he was back on the pitch. One final time, only one player stood against him now. A twisted version of himself, pitch, plaque, smile wide and toothless, skin pale and cracking. Cristiano ran, he dribbled past his own shadow, felt every second of his career flash before him, every goal, every cheer, every fear. He kicked the ball with everything he had left. It pierced the darkness, the sky shattered. He awoke on the beach, alone. The island was gone, the jet nowhere to be found. But something was wrong. His body was whole, his skin unmarked. Except for one thing. On his chest, just above his heart, was a new tattoo. A black football, with an open eye. Back in the real world, Cristiano returned to the public eye. But those around him noticed something had changed. He didn't age. He didn't sleep. His reflection was gone. And when people looked into his eyes, they saw the pitch and the match still going. Every night, he hears the whistle again. The final goal was scored. But the game never ended.